Welcome to Strengthen Stories, the podcast dedicated to exploring the healing journeys of women overcoming trauma. Each episode features heartfelt conversations that illuminate the power of vulnerability, resilience, and community. We'll hear transformative stories that remind us we're not alone and discover tools to foster healing and growth. Join us as we celebrate the strength within each story and the courage to rise anew. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Season 2 of Strengthen Stories. And our first guest this season is Nia, and she is here to tell her amazing story of the trauma that she has been through and everything that she has overcome by the grace of Jesus.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome, Nia.
Thanks.
You're welcome. All right, so just to kind of get started, let's just talk about from the beginning, kind of where things went wrong in life and what brought you to Jesus.
Well, let's see. Through all my ups and downs, I now see, looking back, that even though I have faced a lot of adversity and a lot of trauma, Jesus has always been with me. We'll go back to 2013 is when I went through a divorce. Started using, well, previous to that, I had been an alcoholic. Had been sober from alcohol for a year. Filed for divorce. Started using methamphetamine 2013. Didn't stop using methamphetamine until 2023. In 2020, I had a ruptured brain aneurysm.
Wow.
Spent a month in the hospital. Obviously, still have some effects from that today.
Yeah. So what caused that brain aneurysm?
There's no way to tell.
Okay. And so did the divorce kind of throw you into the wrong path?
Yep.
Okay.
The divorce. My parents both died in 2008. That
Oh my
was
gosh.
obviously difficult too. So
Yeah. Okay. Gosh, you've been through a lot,
Mhm.
and you still were able to come to Jesus
Yep.
and know that he loves you no matter what.
Yep.
Kind of tell us a little bit about your story of how it happened and kind of were you partying? Were you with other people? Like I guess kind of tell us what your journey was and what once the brain aneurysm happened, like how did you come to know Jesus?
I have a very vivid flash. Like when I was in the hospital after having the second surgery, I woke up and I saw a vision of 3 male angels standing along the backside of Skiff Hospital in Newton, which is where Lifeline picked me up.
Wow.
And so to this day, I know that angels surrounded me and were completely with me the entire time.
That's amazing. What happened after the brain injury?
Well, unfortunately, I continued to stay addicted to meth for about 3 years. And then in 2023, I was pretty much ready to lay it down. I had kind of stopped, or I guess not stopped, but I had minimized my use to a point where I was using just enough to get through every day. And then it was on a Wednesday night, May 17th. I'll never forget. I was getting ready to go to church because I was still attending church. Mm-hmm. I was getting ready to go to Bible study, and I threw all of my paraphernalia into the fire right before my sister in Christ, Cheryl, picked me up. Mm-hmm. So, and then 2 days later, by the grace of God, I went to jail on a warrant. And that is how he truly stopped that use and got me back to where I am today.
Wow. May 17th, that is my daughter's birthday, my youngest daughter, Sophia's
Really?
birthday. It is.
That's
How
awesome.
amazing is that?
Very cool.
Yeah. So you kind of had a rough life from the beginning. Were you brought up in the church? Were you?
When I was a small child, there was a church that was directly across the street from our house, a little Methodist church growing up. So my mom taught Bible school, and we went. My dad didn't go that I remember, but my brother and I went with my mom. So, I mean, I did have Jesus. I was baptized full submersion when I was 11 years old. So I did have that in my life always. And he has never left me, though I, strayed a little bit.
Yeah. Well, he never leaves us. That is absolutely true. He never leaves us. We are the ones that stray from him. I think I was telling you a little bit on the way here, like I felt kind of in a funk and I feel like a little separation from him. So I am doing all that I know to do, which is get in the word to get back to him. So
absolutely.
Yeah, we do. We do. We're humans and we aren't perfect.
No, we get selfish and we put ourselves first, and that is where we
separate.
Yep.
Absolutely. What has life been like now since you've had Jesus in your life? Like,
I mean,
more.
Jesus has replaced everything the devil stole and more.
Amen.
I mean, I am now married and a homeowner, and I can drive and do all the things that I couldn't do before. I have freedoms that I didn't before. I mean, they're ones that we take for granted every day, but
That is true. That is true. Grace and mercy and peace and joy and forgiveness above all else.
yes. Forgiveness and acceptance. They're things that I did not possess before. You know, when you're stuck in that sort of a mindset, and when you're letting the devil like
Yeah.
pull on you more than because you're not able, because the drugs separate you from God in ways.
Amen.
And now, like, I am able to, most of the time, not all the time, because I'm human and I'm flawed, discern, you know, when a intrusive thought is from the devil, to where before, you know, I just let him attack me, and it tears you down fast.
Yeah, it does. I am one that the enemy likes to go for my mind. And I've learned like 7 scriptures to remember, like off the top of my head, to fight
combat
it with
him.
Yeah. And it's rough, because sometimes you stop and you're just like sitting there and you don't even realize that it's happening.
No.
You're just like thinking all this stuff and you're like paralyzed for a minute, and then you're like, whoa, what is happening? Like, that is not who I am. That is not who God says I am. That's not true, because, you know, he comes to kill, steal, and destroy. And
does.
he's a liar.
He's a big fat liar.
Big fat liar.
Yep.
And you are worthy, and you are
loved
and
you
seen and
adored.
heard.
Yep.
And fearfully and wonderfully made. And Nia, you are here for a purpose.
You are so right. I mean, it is so obvious that I still have a purpose, and God still has a job for me to do in this world. I mean, I'm an absolute miracle, and I try to remember that every day, though I get in my own way a lot.
And again, we're human and it happens, but as long as we are able to catch it and like get out of it, that's the most important thing. And I know it's rough sometimes, especially, you know, I don't have a brain injury, so I can't even say how rough it is with that. But just not with one, it's still rough, you know?
It's true.
So I can only imagine what you're going through and what you fight for every day. And I want to say that you are very important to me, because you check up on me and you pray for me, and I love you so, so much.
I love you too.
And I know you're here for a purpose, and God brought us together for a reason.
He did.
And
believe it or not, my name actually means purpose.
Oh,
in Swahili. I just found that out recently doing a Google search.
That's crazy. My name, I believe it was, it means angel.
And I believe that.
I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yep, there's definitely some angel there.
Thank you. Man, I'm just grateful for you. And I'm grateful for you coming on here and telling your story. Do you want to go in a little bit deeper on things?
I'll go deeper.
Okay, let's
talk about it. I'm an open book.
Let's do it.
I have nothing to hide.
Let's talk about your battle with drugs and what led up to where were you when you got the brain aneurysm?
I was standing in my kitchen recording and singing, because I'm a vocalist. I'm a singer. I have been most of my life. And I was actually singing Down to the River to Pray and recording it. And I have the recording somewhere that I found. And when this incredible, it was like my head was in a vice grip, like a pain I have never felt before in my life, put me to the floor. And I knew it was bad. My dog came and she was next to me because she knew something was bad too. And I asked my boyfriend for the time to get me some aspirin, because I didn't know what was going on, but I knew it was not good. And so he got me aspirin. I put them under my tongue and then got myself moved into the living room. And I could feel every ounce of life draining out of me. Yeah, it was crazy. And I'm fighting with him to either call 911 or give me his phone so that I could call 911, because I didn't have a phone at the time.
Oh my gosh. Why were you fighting with him about calling them? Did he not
Because he just kept telling me to get in his truck.
Oh.
And I was like, there's no time. you call Cowboy up and call 911 or give me your phone so that I can.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
And so he gave me his phone because I knew it was the end. I called 911. Before they arrived, I do remember this is kind of graphic, grabbing my drugs out of my bra and throwing them into the bedroom. I know that's crazy, but I do remember that.
Wow.
The ambulance came and got me. And it's really insane that I remember all of this, to be honest, because, most of the people that I've spoken to with injuries don't remember any part of this incident. But I remember getting to the hospital. I remember them scanning me, telling me, yep, we got a brain bleed. Life flight's on the way. I remember talking to my children on the phone, praying to God that I would make it. And then I don't remember the life flight ride, but I remember all that.
Wow. Did they say what the cause was from it?
Nope, I don't. I mean, they say that about half of the population at any given time walks around with an unruptured aneurysm. I mean, stress can cause them, smoking, which I was a smoker, so could have been smoking, stress, drugs. I mean, I had been an alcoholic before. There's so many factors. There's absolutely probably no way to tell.
Wow, that's insane. I did not know that you're just like, we could walk around with them.
Any of us.
Wow. That's that's
It's kind of
that's a little worse.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, oh no, what about my headaches? Okay. That's wild. What did you do before you were introduced to drugs?
What do you like in my life?
Yeah.
Well, let's see. I've done a lot in my short life thus far. I have 2 grown children, so I'm a mom. Best job that I've ever had.
Amen to that.
I ran a daycare for a number of years. I worked in education. I worked as a realtor for a very short time.
Very nice.
So, yeah.
And what do you do now?
Now I work at a homeless shelter at Catholic Charities Emergency Family Shelter.
And if anyone wants to donate, we will have the link for that.
We are always looking for meal providers.
So if you want to make some food and drop it off, or if you want to go there and actually prepare the food, we'll have the link for the website in the episode. So is there anything else that you want to tell us about yourself or share with the world about what you've overcome and how you got to Jesus?
I am coming up on almost 2 years sober, and I know that God's power is mighty, and if he can remove this burden from me and turn my life around in such a magnificent and miraculous way in such a short amount of time, he can and will do it for you too. He loves you.
Amen to that. And I'm so, so grateful again for you and your friendship and all that you do. And I'll be there to make some food or bring some food to that shelter because I am excited for that. So, well, this has been the first episode of season 2 with Nia Baird here on
Nia Yoder now.
Nia Yoder now. Oh my gosh.
It's okay.
Look at me. I forgot.
You met me.
I forgot you guys got married. Nia Yoder now. And I'm so grateful for you. I'm so grateful for all of you. If you have a story that you want to tell, reach out. I would love to have you on. And God bless you all.
Yep, there is strength in stories.
Amen to that.
Tell them.
Bye, guys.
Bye.